Now that we've finished talking about the introduction, it's time to get started answering some questions. Reminder, there are 20 questions and you have 15 minutes to answer them all. So we're going to get started questions 1 through 7. Now, in order to answer the questions with the time given, I want you to think strategically about how we're going to find these answers. So let's take number 1, for example, how to determine whether a patient is suffering from dehydration. And the question is, in which text can we find this information? Now, a strategy that you do not have time for is to start at text A, read through all of the lines, then go to text B, read through every single line, text C, same, and text D. If you do this for each question, you simply will not have enough time. So what is the alternative? Well, I recommend go to the question itself, and we want to look for some key words that can be clues as to where to start looking. So when I see this, how to determine whether a patient is suffering from dehydration, I'm looking here at this keyword, okay, determine, and again, suffering from dehydration. And going back to the introduction video, we talked about the main topics of each text. So your mind should be thinking, determine, okay, that sounds like assessment, evaluation. I would guess that text B is probably going to have something about that. So you go to text B first, and then you quickly skim and you see, are there things that in this text are supporting that? They are helping you determine whether a patient is suffering from dehydration. Well, let's look through here and we see conduct a physical examination that includes, and then all the criteria. So the answer to this is, how we get to that is multiple parts. So look for clues, go to the most likely text, quickly skim the text to see if there is information to confirm that. Now, here's what's challenging. A lot of people will look for this exact phrase. So how to determine, they'll skim this text for that. But in questions 1 through 7, we usually don't see that type of evidence. Instead, we'll see, for example, lists of how to determine, or we'll see some examples of how to determine. And your job is to recognize that that is what this text is showing. So that answers our first one there, and our correct answer there is B. Again, thinking of keywords. Try this next one with me, and again, same pattern, the amount that patients should drink over a 24-hour period. So in your mind, you're thinking, should I go A, B, C, or D? Which text should I check first? Well, a couple of clues here. One is the amount that they should drink. The second thing is 24-hour period. You should be thinking again back to our headings. Well, text C actually, the whole thing is about the recommended fluid intake. And watch this carefully, liters per day. So again, drinking over a 24-hour period, or in other words, per day. This is a very common strategy. You'll see not the exact word, but a rephrasing of a keyword to guide you in that. So that should be enough evidence. You see some keywords, you match that to the text, and you conclude that text C is all about determining the amount patients should drink in that time period. So let's put that there, text C. Excellent. All right, number 3, information to obtain when an individual enters residential care. So first step, scan for keywords. So information to obtain, okay. Individual, enters residential care. So for this one, my mind immediately goes to information to obtain might be assessment or evaluation. So I'm thinking maybe text B. But entering residential care, okay, I remember that we talked about residential care specifically in text D. So this is a great example of a question where your first guess might not be right, so that's why you have to go to the text and look for evidence. So information obtained when an individual enters residential care. So I'm skimming and scanning. Right off that start, on admission, we see conduct an assessment including. Look how nicely that language reflects what is written. So admission here we have in the text, let me type that there, admission, great. And then information to obtain, we have conduct an assessment including, so again, assessment being synonymous for information in that case that you are collecting. So what you're looking for is this sort of matching pieces that you are taking those keywords and seeing how they map on. Just like with number 1 though, in number 3, you're not actually seeing the word information, you're actually given a list to support that answer. So that is text B. Okay, number 4, how to deal with a case of dehydration. I look for keywords, so deal with, often our keywords are verbs. Case of dehydration. Now all of the whole texts, all 4 of them are talking about dehydration, so it may not be a clue for us. But if you think of the word deal with, are there any synonyms that come to mind? One that certainly should is the word manage, or even treat in that case. So if I use that sort of synonymous language, immediately my mind goes to text D, managing hydration in the residential care context. And specifically, if I skim here, if a resident is assessed as dehydrated, and then we have a whole list of things to do. So that is enough evidence to conclude that for number 4, where are we finding that information? That should be text D. Notice again, just like number 1, 3, and 4, you're not seeing those exact words, you're seeing information and examples to support that answer given. All right, number 5, the correlation between body size and fluid intake. Okay, words like correlation, trend, pattern, that should get your mind thinking of numbers. And immediately when you're thinking numbers, you probably should be thinking the chart or table or visual graphic given. Not always, but a lot of the time. So if I go, the only place where there's that chart is text C, and I see, okay, what are we correlating here? Well, we have height and weight, or measurements of body size, and if we look here, fluid intake. So that's the amount that we are given in the data set here. So again, that's enough to conclude that is exactly what text C is showing. Keyword there, correlation, and we have different words for measurements of body size, and then we have fluid intake as well. Put that there as text C. Great. All right. Hopefully you're following so far. Just remember that so much of this skill is actually before you even read anything. It has to do with the analysis of the question itself. So let's look at number 6 together. Indications that a patient may have consumed too much liquid. All right, some key words in here. Indications, consumed too much liquid. So the word indication, sometimes we get the word sign, sometimes we get the word symptom. Those can often be exchanged for that word indicate. So you could scan for that and see if there's any synonyms. But before you do, look carefully. Consume too much liquid. Is there any word in the text that we were looking at in the headings in the introduction video that represent that? You should be thinking, overhydration. That's exactly the concept there. So overhydration. And we know from our preview that there's really only one main area here that's talking about that, and that's in this text here. When symptoms, key word there, when symptoms are relieved, monitor the resident for symptoms of overhydration. So that matches perfectly. Indications for symptoms, and then consuming too much liquid or overhydration, and then we have a list of symptoms given there. So that 3 points matching that gives enough evidence for us to conclude the answer for that is text D. Good. Finally, here we have question 7. Conditions which increase the likelihood of dehydration. Okay, so some keywords in there. Conditions. Okay, increase the likelihood and dehydration. So for this one, there's a couple of ideas here. So Conditions, we know that both text A and text B had some mention of different aspects of whether that's symptoms or conditions. And then increasing the likelihood. So words like probability or risk factors, probability, probability, that should be spelt. There we go. Those are synonyms that we often see exchanged for that. So I would start with either of text A or text B, and text A often has background in some of these things. We see the word risk factors here, so it's a good place to start. And then we're scanning and skimming for specific examples of conditions that we can see. And we see here reduced renal function is also a risk factor. What else do we see? The likelihood of dehydration may also be exacerbated by medications. Okay. Incontinence, another condition, predisposes people to dehydration. So we have multiple different conditions talked about here, and that's enough to support this answer that, again, risk factor, increasing the likelihood, all of that is conveyed with what is said. If we look at text B, they're talking about more about conducting the actual assessment itself and looking at some of those symptoms, and less about the actual conditions increasing the likelihood. So be careful when you have some overlap there, just to be careful exactly what the question is saying. We'll see later on a little bit of confusion with words like illnesses, conditions, symptoms. There can sometimes be overlap in that, but for now, that is enough to answer question 7. So that's question 1 through 7. Let me know down in the comments, how did you do? How many of those questions did you get correct? And of course, once you practice this style, the next challenge is to speed up. So unfortunately, you won't have, 20 minutes per this little section. You'll have 15 minutes in total. So now it's about how quickly can you recognize the clues and go to the section and find the evidence. And with that strategy, that should really reduce the amount of reading time that is involved here. So that's questions 1 through 7. In our next video, we'll be looking at questions 8 through 14, and a little preview for you. I'll show you a few of those. We'll change gears here, and this time we're going to be typing out some answers. So make sure, if you haven't, subscribe to my channel so you're updated for that next video, and comment down below letting me know some of the strategies that you are now going to be using, as well as other challenges that you have.